Check, check, check. Dutch, angle, engage.
Dutch, hey, whoa.
Whoa, you're loud. Cool. Lund's loud on this one, guys.
I need to be heard.
Yeah.
You need to be turd.
I am turd, man. Everyone's always mean to me, and everyone's like, whoa, Lund's the coolest.
Well, you want to be in bed and just ahead. I want easy. I want to be professional, sitting on a couch.
Right.
Executive suite, executive cut.
This couch
long
is
cut.
Fucking mental, because you're on a cushion, and I'm kind of on a cushion, but due to the broadness of my own ass, I'm also on this piece of wood.
Why is there wood over there?
Just in case you need to get your shoe shined.
It's definitely a real cuck move.
Yeah.
I thought about how funny it would be to have a guest and be like, oh yeah, just pull up some wood. Pull up some lumber.
Grab some hardwood, baby.
I hope you have an ass at all, because I would be tortured over there.
Oh, yeah.
That would be Abu Ghraib. If I had to sit over there, bone on wood.
I'm the hot chick smiling as they cut your head off. God, she could get it.
Lindy England.
Ooh, really?
Yes.
It'd be better if it was Lindy West. And she was just eating a big bucket of chicken in front of him. Now, here's the thing. It would be bad to watch your wife get fucked in that bed from over here, but it's even worse if you're sitting on the hardwood. You're not comfy while some guy's just reaming your old lady.
Hey, I know that we get off on the cuckolding, but I'm Norwegian and Irish. I don't have an ass. Can I please not sit on the wood? Like, the wife's like, sit on the wood.
It's part of the humiliation for me.
Yeah, and it's like, that's a bridge too far for me, honey. It's like, I've gone with, I wasn't into this at all.
I hate this. I'll be honest with you. But at least I was always comfy. But now I'm over here and my fucking feet are asleep.
At least you were paying for the room.
Your feet are getting pinned back. Mine, I can't feel. And I can tell you're feeling it over there because you're hooting and hollering unlike any noise I've ever made you make. So, yeah, you know what? Give me one of those pillows. Pull that pillow out from underneath your lower back and let me sit on it. Quit getting your angles on with Dutch. That guy named Dutch comes over and fucks your wife at a new angle. It's a Dutch
He's
angle.
Dutch.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's an old cowboy named Dutch.
This angle is crazy.
I'm just an old cook.
What's up, sluts? It's Dutch.
It would also suck.
What would suck?
Well, it would suck
if we
if-
were watching TV while podcasting.
No.
The sacred sin. Everybody was pissed.
No, you're right there. Like, we're a couple, right? And we're making out.
I wish.
I know. That'd be the easiest.
It'd be so much easier.
God, I know.
If it was
God, you telling
we were just
me.
on the road,
Yeah.
365. We could drive everywhere because we wouldn't be ping-ponging
Yeah.
home.
On the road.
We're just on the road.
Honking showed.
In the wind.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be great if you and I were a gay couple and we didn't have wives and we could just
We
be
could both
alone.
wear pink hats.
You wear pink hats. We are wearing pink hats.
No, I can't wear mine because it literally, I guarantee you, because you didn't get a haircut and my hair's getting long, if I would have worn my pink hat after the show, everybody in the merch line, every Philly comic that was hanging out,
Yeah.
we're like, hey, looks like Lund's definitely trying to be Sam. Hopefully he doesn't take that final step and kill him to become Sam. I'd look like Selena's manager.
You do look like Selena's manager.
We're both, we both got him. Yeah. She maybe is getting out of prison soon.
Finally.
I can't remember.
Free Montoya, you know?
I think she was up for parole. And it's like, hey, as long as I'm not near an international pop sensation, I'm not going to try to become her.
Look, don't make me Celine Dion's au pair and everything will be fine. No,
That's
but right,
who you go with.
I don't know. I couldn't think of an international pop star. Kylie Minogue. God, I'd like to be her diaper.
Not over the
she'd
hill,
be comfortable on this thing right here. Let me
She's
tell you.
stacked?
Oh, she's got so much butt
in the
padding.
back.
Kylie Minogue's
know.
butt was one of the first butts where I was like, maybe there's something to this whole butt phenomenon.
Okay.
Yeah. No, but you're making out, right? Blah, blah, blah. So you're just making out.
Yeah.
And then your partner's sitting over here, just at the end of the park bench, just... It's like, it's kind of worse to watch your partner make out with someone than
get plowed.
I don't know. Like, if you're this close and you're just, like, really, like, kissing like, intimately
sounds are
kissing.
tough.
Yeah, and, like... You know, like little like earlobe nibbling and stuff, and you just have to sit over here on the bench just feeding pigeons. That would be brutal. Anyway, I'm coming back close.
No, stay over there.
I hated it over there. I'll be honest with you. It sucks over here.
You have a butt, and it was on full display. Well, it wasn't. It was the suit. But you as Oogie Boogie had cake. You were caked up.
the whole bakery was well stocked because I was swinging that thing, and I wasn't even trying to. The Oogie Boogie costume, for those at home who don't follow me on Instagram for some
they know
reason,
your every move. They knew you were going to wear these key lime pants before you put them on.
Well, the Oogie Boogie thing is not just one day a year for me. It's a whole lifestyle. So,
I wish you would have worn a off-white Oogie Boogie. You would have had to roll around in mud in order to avoid looking like a Klansman.
Like a fat Klansman. Yeah. Like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man became a white nationalist.
Stay Puft doing the sig on him.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a bad look.
The Ghostbusters are like, well, I didn't really want to bust him before, but Egon's pissed, and everyone's like, oh, that makes sense. Egon Spengler, Nazi scientist. That's where the containment unit came from. It's for all the Jewish souls.
They were working on that, yeah. And then they came over here and finished the job with the H-bomb.
That's right.
H-bomb and the containment unit. They were close on the containment unit.
H-bomb and the containment unit are a great band.
And
they were kind of like a DC funk. Yeah, but no. So Oogie Boogie, I dressed as Oogie Boogie, and then Susanna, my beloved niece, the reason that I've moved to Detroit, she was Little Sally. She was Baby Sally, as she kept calling herself. Mm-hmm. And then her mom, Hannah, was Sally. And let me tell you, not bad, Hannah.
She looked cool.
I hit her from inside the Oogie Boogie. I hit her with a boing because she was looking. It was very, very fun. And then Emily was dressed like one of the robbers from Dead Prez.
President.
I know.
Dead Prez is the hip hop group.
In the community, we abbreviate it because we're in such a hurry to tell people about our favorite movie.
To run tell that.
It's great that you have hiccups. Yeah, put a Sesh in. That'll cure it.
I have hiccups because of the Sesh.
Oh yeah, spit it out. Nice. But yeah, Emily was supposed to be Jack Skellington, and God bless her, she did not really pull it off.
You know what was funny is in one of the pictures, she's got her hand spread wide, and it looks like she could palm a basketball.
Emily has huge hands and big feet.
Where did that come from?
I don't know. I think her Roma ancestors. It was easier to
tiny head,
huge hand. It's because one of her ancestors threw her grandmother at an unsuspecting tourist.
What a wild movie. That's got to be real, right?
It is real.
That's not an urban legend?
Yeah, baby tossing?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they all just...
You grab the baby and then they pickpocket you.
Yeah,
They grab all your gum.
Well, I think they come up behind you and they pants you. And then they say, you've been X'd. And Jamie Kennedy takes off his babushka and he was the one tossing the baby. That'd be the worst. You think your wallet and passport are going to get snagged, but really just your penis is exposed right in front of the fucking Louvre.
Underwear. You're holding a stranger's baby.
They take a picture.
Video you. Get you arrested.
For being a perv. It's one of the oldest tricks in the book. That's why you got to wear suspenders.
Because you're getting interrogated downtown or whatever. Then they have your hotel key. They come in, take all your stuff.
Yeah, they sit on this bench. God, that would really suck. To be holding a stranger's baby while your dick is flapping in the wind. And it's scared dick, too. So it's like barely there. And everyone's like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Who's got a bigger one between him and the baby?
Yeah, the baby's got a hog. The baby's got a crazy Romani hog.
Cucked by the baby.
Yeah, the baby's laughing at you. The baby's first words are nice peas. How was your trip? How was your honeymoon? Dan doesn't want to talk about it.
Dan went through literal hell. Yeah. Dan will not be the same. He didn't want to go to Europe, I'll tell you that much. And he'll never let me forget that I picked Europe instead of Mexico.
He's just been in his man cave watching American Dad, quote, trying to get his head right.
Picking up the pieces.
Yeah. Doing dick stretches.
Man, what a nice day so far. Yesterday didn't really count as a day in Philadelphia for me. I had to go right to bed. You did a podcast. I had to go to bed.
Yeah, I arrived at the airport and went and did deer tag in the do-rag. Do-rag and the deer tag, maybe. Great squad. Naeem was only an hour and 10 minutes late, so that was nice of him. It's a cultural thing, you know? Who am I to judge?
That's not an excuse. But yeah, I came right here, crashed for a couple hours, 2 shows.
Yeah.
But today, welcome to Philadelphia. Oh, shit. Went to Reading Market. You love a market. And this is what I realized. I love a market if we're going to a place
If there's a destination, a reason we're there, yeah.
We knew we were going to get a pork roll from a spot, and then we get a coffee real quick. Otherwise, I don't know. You do a lap, but you don't know which is the right choice.
And you're worried about blowing it. Because you're like, all these things look really good. And then you're like, okay, there's a big line over there, but I don't want to be in that line. But clearly that's the best thing here.
Yeah.
So, okay, it looks like this people over here are doing a version of that thing. There's no one in line. You go and get that one. There's like fucking, pennies and batteries in that one. It sucks. You see some guy really loving his sandwich. We got the broccoli Rob sandwich because, as I told Noah and Dylan, who are our tour guides today, Noah, formerly of MSSP, and Dylan, 15 years old.
Yeah, young rapscallion.
Yes, his mom was in the Irish mob.
Street tough.
Yes. He's just out there.
He was fighting the urge to pants us.
Flipping a coin with two heads on it. Yeah.
Picking his teeth with a knife.
Mm-hmm. I told them that
Born
when I was...
in 99.
Born in 99, Noah born in 2000. You had already fucked a chick when they were born.
I was 2 years into the having sex game.
Yeah, that's so nuts to me.
I lost it at 15.
Yeah, you never got it back. Some say you never had it. You came out not a virgin. You come out coming.
Came out touched.
Yeah. The doctor whacks you off on the way out.
My head is still inside.
Yeah.
And my little dick gets jacked. What the fuck? Why did he do that? Why did my dad wasn't there, I'm sure. He had a big delivery for McKesson Drug. So he was on the road, but my mom just let the doctor take my innocence before I was even technically alive?
Yeah, before you breathed any air. You had baby wad all over your belly. Yeah, and there was plenty of fluid. Now this is podcast.
I made my own juices.
They had to cut the cord. You got circumcised. But I told them, I was like, I've been hearing about this broccoli Rob sandwich since I was like 12 years old, because I used to watch a lot of PBS food stuff. And they had like the 50 Sandwiches of America, which is where I learned about the lobster roll and that Ripper hot dog in Rhode Island that we never found. And everyone in Rhode Island was like, that's not a thing. I've never heard of it.
Yeah, you knew about it.
Yeah.
Did it come and go?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, you said maybe they tried to put that on the region because there wasn't something.
They went to Maine first and got the lobster roll.
Yeah.
And then Connecticut has its own lobster roll as well, which they do with like lemon, and then they do butter in Maine. I can't remember. But so when they got to Rhode Island, they were like, all right, can't do lobster roll again. I guess one of these deep fried hot dogs covered in wet dog food. They looked terrible. Even to my fat little 12-year-old eyes, I was like, oh, that looks like fucking Sims food.
I'll tell you, the ones that we got in Rochester, where'd we go? The System, New York System.
Oh, yeah.
Providence,
yeah.
Those didn't look like anything special, but they were. They were very tasty.
It was also fun
Those
to
were
eat hot dogs in front of Sam Hyde. Because he's thinking.
Jacked Sam Hyde. Yeah, we're both fat and gay.
Uh-huh. Yeah. He's like, these fat gay guys love hot dogs.
He's on the come up, like becoming all that is man.
Dude, he looks nuts. It's crazy.
He
already scared me.
6'6".
Now
decides
he's 6'6",
to get jacked.
Yoked in the way that he's just picking up barrels. Just barrels is how he's getting strong.
Strongman competition.
Yeah, and then me and you and Ben Avery and Devin Coster over there, like being like,
this chili's spicy.
Yeah, there's too much mustard on mine. He's over there, fingers tented, just Terminator vision, observing us. And then he gets 4 cheeseburgers.
Calculating our worth.
Yeah.
It's less than 0.
Yeah, we actually owe him money for being there. Shout out Sam Hyde. Shout out Nick. But yeah, so the broccoli Rob sandwich, you would think that Philadelphia, they would say the cheesesteak. But I think these hipsters who worked for PBS Food Television were like, no, we're going to put them onto some game. And the broccoli Rob sandwich was the one that I heard about. And it was interesting because the pork is done it reminded me of roast beef. Mm-hmm. It was like it was pre-dipped in jus.
Yeah, it was wet. I thought there was mustard, but it was not. So it was maybe
I bet
a rub.
Rub it, yeah.
or the broccoli rabe is marinated. Oh my God, but it was so good.
It was an excellent sandwich.
First couple bites, I'm like, yeah, it's okay. I'll bet there's like a better version of this. But then after those first couple bites, there was something happening. The roll got a little chewy, little moist. Fuck, it was what, provolone, pork, broccoli rabe on a roll.
And I think that maybe what happened with the first couple bites is there wasn't enough provolone, because when you have three things, the ratio has to be perfect per bite. Because the broccoli rabe comes in, it's a little bit bitter, a little earthy. The provolone gives you some buttery pop, and then you got that great base layer of pork.
Real nice.
Yeah, and we ate it standing up outside, and then the boys,
guy playing the bucket drum, had a cowbell and a bucket.
That's right.
Sounded good. Sounds of the city.
There was a guy eating the same sandwich at the standing table next to us.
Yeah, I missed that.
Dude, he took a bite and he went, "Damn, this is the kind of sandwich that makes me want to say a bunch of swears."
You laughed so hard.
It was crazy to hear over your shoulder.
I wanted to know what he said, but I forgot once we went on our walk.
Yeah, you made him want to say a bunch of swears. And then we just walked. We went to, what was the name of that square? Rittenhouse Square? Roger Rittenhouse Square?
Kyle Rittenhouse Square.
Yeah, head on a swivel in there.
Yeah, no, that was very nice. The light coming through the trees, people with their dogs and kids.
Yeah, very Parisian.
Another guy with a bucket.
A guy giving away coffees that we didn't have.
Why didn't we investigate?
Because we already had a coffee.
I could have had another coffee.
Yeah, you would have spazzed. You would have been running around chasing the Dalmatians. They don't live long. Why'd you get one?
Well, I don't know if Noah or Dylan, they both kind of said there's Philadelphia's getting into Dalmatians heavy. And it's like, well, that's like, they shouldn't be a thing.
It's one of the worst
I don't
dogs.
think. Well, they're just prone to hip dysplasia. They don't live long. So, I mean, you know what you're signing up for. I don't think you're gonna see a 10th birthday for old Spot.
Yeah, it's like, what are you? Are you a wannabe firefighter? Are you cosplaying as a firefighter so you get a Dalmatian and you have a fire pole put in, and your wife wakes you up by ringing a bell like Janine Belnitz from Ghostbusters? We got one. I'd love a crack at Janine.
You never see a fat Dalmatian.
No,
that would probably be pretty cute.
It's because they're busy running around the firehouse.
They're not allowed.
They have to fight off the advances from the drunk firefighters.
Oh, guess what?
What?
You were all scared about me or Becker going to McDonald's. I had 2 chicken Big Macs and a fry. I'm fine.
It pisses me off.
I'm stronger than ever.
There's literally a deadly E. coli outbreak, and you're immunocompromised in every way but loose.
Who cares?
That's why I put in there, you guys continue to blow me away, because your who cares, come and get me the devil attitude is for real.
Not
you literally
really.
have this
Not
kind
really.
of like, I don't care if I see tomorrow, I'm going to eat 2 chicken Big Macs.
Taste death, live life.
I'll trade the rest of my life for 2 chicken Big Macs.
I wasn't worried about it because that E. coli thing happened like 2 weeks ago.
It happened 3 days ago.
No.
In Pueblo.
I'm sure that they figured it out. They pinpointed that it was the onions. Chicken Big Mac doesn't have onions.
Yes, it does.
Megan said something about the sauce having onions in it. Guess what? Who cares?
Yeah.
The E. coli gets burned out.
You try and tell
in the
Megan,
pan.
you're like, I didn't get the sauce. And she's like, Nathan, don't you fucking lie to me.
What's in your mustache? What's in your eyebrow and mustache?
That's a separate Big Mac sauce that I brought from home.
I did one with no onions at home. I'm playing it safe. I'll tell you, the Chicken Big Mac, pretty good.
What is it, just like McChicken patties?
Maybe it's like in between the basement bargain level and the fancy one. I think it's a third
penthouse
one. I think it might
sandwich.
be a third one.
So is it like a patty of chicken? It's not fried because there's breading on the McChicken, the spicy
It's
McChicken.
breaded.
Okay, it is breaded.
The fancy ones are breaded too.
Huh.
But they're bigger and it was big. I didn't need 2. I was surprised at how much 2.
You didn't need one.
How much work? No, I needed 1.
No, because you
Oh, and I used the app. So I dicked the owner out of like $5. I got 30% off.
Yes.
30% out of his pocket. I think it's a couple, so it's out of their little pocket.
Perfect.
I
Small
cucked
business
them.
owners.
I made yeah. That's what they act like. They're oppressed. Meanwhile, as Becker said, they're using Alaska, Hawaii prices in small town Colorado. Fuck that. That's not cool.
I don't like that Becker has his finger on the pulse of regional fast food prices. It's like,
The
dude,
tiers-
you're passing away.
He said there's tiers to what franchises can pick for their price structure.
yeah.
And we picked exotic, faraway land prices.
Yeah,
for
Bali prices
are fucking right off of I-25.
It's Trinidad and Kathmandu have the
not
same prices.
It's not cool.
These fucking Sherpa prices are
taking-
running my family out of the town.
I'm taking the power back.
I get it. I like that. I like that silent kind of.
I really wouldn't.
Reclamation.
I'd like to get banned from using the app. I think Becker said that has happened to people in Trinidad.
Yeah, I
they're
wonder
asked
who it
not to
was.
use the app.
Becker. It was for sure Becker.
Becker was the reason they had to fire like 4 people in order to stay afloat.
Becker goes and gets a fucking fake passport so he can get the McDonald's app back. They're like, we told you. And he's like,
He has
no,
a
you
se-
told
yeah.
someone else.
Yeah.
You didn't tell Monsignor Rouge.
He has a whole separate phone, wallet,
Yeah. His name on
keys for some reason.
Yeah.
He really goes way too far with
a
it.
different car. His
Bald
fake
cap.
name is not Jacob Becker. I would love Becker in a bald cap.
He needs to finish the
I'd
job.
rub it and just slap it.
He
I
should
love
just-
slapping a bald guy's
He
head.
should just probably shave it. I mean, I think he is typically cutting it close now.
Yeah.
He's accepted his fate.
I need to go sweetly into that light, man.
It's actually coming back.
No, it's not.
No.
It sucks.
Stop taking those pills.
I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
You and Emily decided?
No. Emily did not like that I quit taking them. And I also didn't cancel the Hims prescription. So it would came for like 4 months.
So
It would come to
thought-
Hannah's house because we didn't have an address when I signed up.
Okay.
So then it would say it was delivered, and I'd have to text Hannah secretly and be like, hey.
Throw those away.
Throw those away.
No.
Yeah, don't
you and
tell
Hannah had a
Emily.
secret.
Yes.
And she didn't
She would-
break the oath.
Of course not. Hannah's 10 toes down. Hannah's
She's a
for sure
Sam
like
guy.
hid a gun in her house, I bet. You know? Yeah, she used to run with some heavy crews. And now she's literally the best mother ever. That baby she gave us, dude, fuck. We're out on the streets. I'm in the Oogie Boogie costume.
Shaking that thing. Getting catcalled.
Dude.
getting guys chubbed up.
Dude.
A bunch of guys had really good sex with their girlfriends or wives that night. 'cause
Thinking
they
of
saw
me.
you
Yeah.
from behind.
Baby, put the green wig on. Well,
Get some bugs on you.
where we trick-or-treating in suburban Detroit is really a joy. Because I come from, Vanilla Town, the whitest place on earth. And to be out there with, the black population, every black 8 to 10-year-old boy is Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Miles Morales had a huge impact on the youth of America.
There's been 8 Spider-Man movies in the last 10 years.
I know, but I think Miles Morales spoke to a
It-
demographic that wasn't represented.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the new Little Mermaid situation, which
Yeah.
I'm all for. And
Allegedly.
No, I'm with it because of Susanna. Susanna's changed. She's made me such a better person
Yeah.
because you see her represented by the Black Little Mermaid, and she's like, maybe I can swim. It's like, you can swim. I took you to swim classes, stupid. And she's like, shut up. Punches me. She's always punching me. Dude,
So is Emily.
Oh, yeah.
you gotta stop.
She makes me flinch.
You gotta stop that.
Yeah, Sue's, Emily's mom, put a cigarette out of my arm the other day. It's nuts. But yeah, so we're out there as the Nightmare Before Christmas, and the Oogie Boogie costume, you can't see out of it because when the head inflates, there's a fan that turns on inside of it to blow you out. When the head inflates, where the eye holes are supposed to be, and the eye holes, you can't see out of them anyway. They're like black mesh. There's like you can see like a red light ahead or a green light ahead or like a porch light, but you can't see anything else. But then those disappear and they go 6 inches above your face. So now you're trying to see through the mouth hole, which isn't meant to be seen through at all.
Yeah.
So I couldn't see a fucking thing, dude. And also, it was hot as hell in there. I'm dripping with condensation, and believe it or not,
It's
it stinks.
muggy.
Yeah, it reeks in there. It's like I was in the fucking tropics alone, and I can't see. And I have Emmy, who's walking around with a Founder's Cold One, and me on her arm. Like I looked like Eileen, and I also
Yeah, you do the hand on the
I
shoulder
did.
from behind.
Yes, for sure. And then people would walk up, and the only people who really got excited for Oogie Boogie was the black population, and they go, "Oh, Oogie Boogie!" And I would hit them with like a wacky dance, which was awesome. I could shake it around, and then I hear
The
from
rope?
no, not the rope, because my arms, I couldn't touch my hands together in the front. I'm literally out like this.
Yeah.
Oogie boogieing
Stay
around.
puffed.
But yeah, I'm hitting them with it, and they're clapping, all right, Oogie, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then I took pictures with a bunch of Spider-Men, and then I kept getting punched in the stomach randomly in the inflatable from just like kids passing by. I got kicked in the ass by a couple of kids. Emily's loving it, but I can't see when anyone's approaching.
Yeah.
So Emily would just, because I don't know if you heard about this, but Luke Lockfeld has been doing a social experiment in Savannah where he lives.
Haven't listened.
Okay, well, Luke...
I'm not a fan of the pod.
Luke is in Savannah. He's trying to make friends in downtown Savannah. So his way of making friends would be to stop people and be like, hey, can I ask you a question real quick? Have you seen the movie Friday? And Luke says, the people who you think have seen the movie Friday have all seen the movie Friday.
Yeah.
And the people in Savannah who you don't think have seen the movie Friday haven't seen the movie Friday.
Don't know what it is.
It's divided down the middle. It's on racial lines. So Emily would just say to me when a black family was approaching, Fridays, and then I would hit it, and then you would hear it from like 6 feet away, like, oh, Oogie Boogie getting it. So Emily would just whisper Friday, and I'd go into like, oh. It was awesome, dude. I felt like part of Detroit. It was awesome. I loved it.
But you don't get any of nobody will remember your face, so it's like you didn't become a part of Detroit. Oogie Boogie did.
I think they assumed that I was Jared Goff. I was like a famous person in the Oogie Boogie thing because that's how you can still trick or treat.
Yeah.
So that's fun.
You did say it's unfortunate, like that Susu's having a real good time, but you don't see the joy on her face.
I've been looking forward to Halloween for months since I found out that I was going to be home. It was on a Thursday because I wanted to watch Susanna, ripping from house to house, being cute, walking up very demure, being like, trick or treat, and then, smiling and then running back.
Twick or tweet.
Twick or tweet. No, she goes, trick or treat, She's got the accent. So yeah, it was awesome, but I didn't get to see any of it, and I was just like, I kept saying to Emily, I got all this shit on me. I don't want to be around anymore. That kept killing. Oh, another fun interaction was I heard a black man's voice from outside the suit, and he's like, what are y'all? And I was like, well, I'm Oogie Boogie. That's Baby Sally. That's Big Sally. And Emily, and my wife is one of the bank robbers from Dead Presidents. Killed. Fucking nuts.
That's another one you probably know if somebody saw Dead Presidents or not.
For sure.
I will say...
yes, I got to tell Luke. He can open up his data set.
I will say the movie... solid, okay. The trailer.
Oh yeah, you said the trailer.
One of the
was
best
nuts.
trailers of all time because just the music and just the idea of what that movie was like, holy shit, I gotta see that. I didn't see it in the theater. That was like 95, but I definitely remember renting it, watching it.
Yeah, it was cool
before
because they all had like they were all in the war together, right?
Yes, I think so, or at least a couple of them. It's been so long, but. Very funny homage to it in Half Baked.
Oh, yeah. Another fun aspect in Dearborn, Michigan, there's a house near Emily's grandma's house. There's like a whole street. And all the houses on that street get a permit, and they do a haunted house in their yard. And it's like heavy duty, like a lot of work is put into it every year.
I thought they were like a company who
No.
would rent out empty buildings or something.
No, they get a permit, and then they block off with the stanchions at both ends of the street. And then just that block is the Purge. It's fucking nuts.
Fun.
And I'm in there. Oogie Boogie is down. I took the head off at this point, deflated, because I thought I was going to pass out in that fucking thing. And then I pass out in the Oogie Boogie, and I can't get up.
You
and then
crush
kids
a
are just coming up
child.
and hitting me. Just hitting me with their fucking candy buckets. Yeah. I fall on a child.
Yeah.
He's trapped under there. They can't roll me over. Yeah, so that's fun. But I finally took it down, and we went to this place, and it is fucking chaos, dude. Because there's people in the yards, doing scary stuff. There's like all these cornrows that are set up, and then the scarecrow comes to life and scares you. Yeah, there's a Terrifier out with a chainsaw, just blasting it and smiling at people. Like,
Hell yeah.
cars are trying to park, and it's just like chaos, and people are honking at each other and yelling in different languages. So it's the Middle Eastern population the black population, and then just white people with their head on a swivel, man. Everyone is having fun besides all these honks. It's like kids running up to each other and being like, ah, and scaring and screaming.
Yeah.
And then when Terrifier like pops out, like they're like, ah, and they run around and they're all filming each other, you know?
Yeah.
And then there are just like also people, like there was like a woman dressed as like a kind of a haunted doll who would like click clack up, and Susanna loves it. And I keep telling Susanna, I'm holding her hand, and Emily and Hannah are behind me going like, oh my God. I'm holding little Sally's hand, and I'm like, I'm so scared. And she's like, none of it's real. Don't be scared. It's all pretend. And I'm like, okay, thanks, Susanna. And Susanna is obsessed with Michael Myers.
Oh, yeah.
We don't know how she knows about Michael Myers.
Hasn't seen any of the movies.
Dude, it was like when I saw Afro Man at the Cincinnati airport. I was like, that's Afro Man. Susanna would be like, it's Michael Myers.
Yeah.
And then we would slowly go up and she'd go, Michael! And then like you'd see Michael be like, and hold up his knife, and she'd go, Michael! And we're like taking pictures. There's a picture of my niece dressed as Sally, Michael Myers, with his blade around her throat, and she's going like this. Susanna knows about this one. She just hits it out of nowhere. It's fucking crazy what these kids know. She says bruh now.
Bruh.
She hit me with a bruh. I was like, I'm going to put on makeup too, because she's
not
putting on
using Habibi
lipstick.
yet?
No, she's not. But I was like, I'm going to put on lipstick too. And Susanna went, bruh. And I was like, like that was her version of being like, gay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But man, that street was nuts, because you just have like old, like, you know, like 45-year-old white people dressed as like, I'm the Lions or whatever their costume is. And just kids losing it, having so much fun in this DMZ.
I'm Henry Ford.
Right, yeah. I'm a werewolf, but it's not a full moon.
I hate this area.
Yeah.
I'm Henry Ford.
This goes against everything my company stood for. People getting along and having fun. But yeah, and then me and Susanna, I'm just a big green blob. My hair's matted down. I'm sweaty even though it's at night. And I'm holding my little niece's
chilly.
blue hand. Yeah.
You get sick.
She's reprimanding me for being scared. I'm scared. She's like, bruh.
Sack up.
Yeah, come on, man.
Who taught you sack up?
You're a huge fat guy. God, what fun.
What about Noah and Dylan telling us about the game? What did they call it?
We can't say it.
You spelled- yes.
It's if you have a divot in your armor is the name of the game. They would play growing up here.
I had
Maybe
not
we should
thought
say
about
it. It
that
helped
game in
Shane.
so long. But we called it, I'm pretty sure we called it Butts Up.
Right.
Where you're like hitting a ball against a brick wall. And if you like don't reach it in time, or the ball drops without hitting the wall or something, you have to run and touch the wall before somebody else throws the ball and hits the wall. If the ball beats you to the wall, you have to put your hands against that wall,
Pop your ass out.
and show your butt, pull your pants down.
Wait.
That's the way our neighbor made us play. He was a weirdo.
Yeah, you played it in gym class with Tondrick.
Yeah, Tondrick played Butts Up for sure. But yeah, Butts Up. I'm pretty sure we called it that. I remember when we first moved to Henderson, we lived in an apartment complex, and we had like it wasn't an alley, but it was like, you know, just like this strip of concrete with a big wall, and then on the other side was like a what do you call them? Like a flood prevention thing.
Right.
It's not a dike, but whatever you call that.
A levee?
No, the levee's a wall. This is
We
like
used to play it. We used to play stickball, me, you, the Mario Brothers, and Vinny Testaverde. It's an SNL sketch.
Brooklyn 57.
That's wormed into my brain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, so yeah, we had like the perfect wall for Butts Up. But like you said, you only played 4th and 5th grade. You said
I remember
or something?
playing it like
it was temporary.
The only place I remember playing it was at Running Creek Elementary, and I was only there till 3rd grade. And then Singing Hills opened up, and I moved over there.
And there was the Running Creek Massacre.
That's right. Yeah, the Sand Creek
Lost
Massacre.
a lot of kids.
Wide World coming soon.
Dude, they don't even know.
I mean, Pat needs to put down the hash pipe. You know.
Yeah, how can you edit when you have a vape, to nicotine vape and a weed vape?
No, he's doing good. He's working hard. I'm paying him. But yeah, no, we didn't. Butts Up wasn't big. Foursquare was really the game that made men out of boys.
Yeah, I feel like that was people younger than me, which you are one of those.
Right.
But Foursquare, we never played it when I was a kid, and I don't know if it was around in Chicago, outside of Chicago. But
if you do a baby drop in Foursquare, that's Susanna's hitting you with a hard bruh. You know Baby Drop?
No.
It's where you go to fake slap it. Instead, you like tap it into the corner so it
hell
dribbles.
yeah.
And everyone's like, come on, man.
That's cheating.
Yeah, that was like using like the infinite ammo code in GTA before you had GTA, was Baby Dropping. Yeah. I love Foursquare. I'd play Foursquare right now. All those Barstool guys did like a summer camp thing this summer where they all went and rented a summer camp and stayed there, and they were playing Foursquare, and I was very jealous because it looked like so much fun.
I bet that was fun.
Yeah.
We also didn't know about tetherball until we moved to Henderson, and that was big. Well, Kim and Jason went to elementary school, and they had it was big there. I went to junior high, or middle school, they called it. And
We went to middle
7th and 8th
school,
grade.
too. Yeah.
And junior high was like Midwest. Maybe it's east of the Mississippi is junior high, and it's 6, 7, 8.
Well, no, because I had
West
6, 7, 8, and it was called
but
middle
it was
school.
Middle school.
Yeah.
All right, well, there's a lot of different variations, I guess. But yeah, tetherball was
for girls.
Was a sensation.
It's for tall girls.
Elementary school. Yeah. Height is a fucking.
Julie Nemsick,
Height's a
Kayla
factor.
Stewart, they dominated in tetherball. Oh, my hair.
I'm surprised you haven't gotten it cut.
Well, it's like I don't want to do shit when I'm on the road. I want to hang out with you and not watch college football while we podcast, definitely.
That's not allowed.
No, but the idea of like getting an Uber, going somewhere, getting a haircut so I can look better, it's like I'm a clown. Who cares what I look like? I tried to explain to Emily that when men dress up, I automatically think that they don't know themselves at all, and I don't like them because they're trying to define themselves by the way they present to the world.
But that can go. You can be doing that, looking like that, because you're picking the other side,
Right.
And the main thing is you know yourself. So if you're not doing anything super intentionally for others, then you're not a part of that.
I know, but I'm not dressing like Steve Jobs. Like, we went to Redden Terminal Market today, and I'm wearing these green pants and a big, ridiculous purple tie-dyed octopus hoodie. So it's still like, oh, okay, so this guy thinks he's like too far out there to dress normal. It sucks either way. But I said when women dress up, it's cool because they're like kind of like, it empowers them, you know? And it's like, they're not peacocking so much. They just like feel better when they're dressed up. And Emily and Sophie, you know, Sophie pulled out her pistol and just held it to my head and say one more thing about peacocking. We were driving around Savannah, and I don't remember
golf cart.
I don't remember whose car we were in, but there was a gun in there.
Whoa.
I don't remember whose car it was.
Oh.
Yeah, but there was definitely
Not your friend
a
that
gun.
lives there. Somebody else.
Definitely not. No,
A stranger.
it was a stranger's car.
a no-named stranger.
And whenever he would be like, I gotta go grab my pistol. Yeah. Yeah, no, Savannah was a blast. I wish you were there. We had it Husk again. It was fucking mental.
It would have been nice to make that trip.
Dude, Chef Ray hammered us at Husk. It was the same thing where we just so we walk into Husk and we don't get seated at the chef's table, and immediately Sophie and Emily are like, you know, the fucking queens of Persia, and they're like, we have to tell them that we're at the wrong table. And I'm like, everyone just chill out. I'm sure it'll work out.
How do they even know which one's the chef's table?
Because we've been seated at that table. You and me sat at the chef's table the first time,
Yeah.
and last time we were there, it's the one that you can watch the kitchen cook.
Yeah.
And so they're like, oh, this sucks. And it's like, this sucks. The chef got us a reservation at Husk, and you guys are pissed somehow?
Technically, it's the chef's table because he got it for you.
Yeah, Chef Ray, who reached out to me and said, you better come eat at my restaurant. Shout out Chef Ray England, the man. And they're in there being like, we can't see him flambe. And I'm like, what has happened to you guys? Sophie, you used to eat Domino's and think it was cool. And Emily, you didn't know how to use chopsticks when we met. And now all of a sudden, sitting at this table where you can't watch the sous vide engage is like not cool enough for you. So they tell me, Emily texts me at the table. She's like, go talk to the hostess. And so I stand up and I pretend I go around the corner and I just like stand by the host stand. And they can hear me through the wall. Like the wall's right there. The table's right here, wall, host stand. So I just like kind of go around and I like stand there. Don't say anything. And then I come back and they're like, I was like, there's nothing I can do. So anyway, when that happens, Chef Ray walks over and he's like, hey, Sophie, happy birthday. Emily, great to see you again. Who's this? Oh, it's my friend Luke. Oh, nice to meet you, Luke. Couldn't be better. And he's like,
Cool gun.
yeah.
Please put it away. But it is cool.
Do you want us to put that in the gun check? It's next to the coat check.
He has a musket. Civil War musket.
Yeah, Luke's dressed up, so he brought his musket. But anyway, he comes over and he's like, so I'm just going to hammer you guys. And we're like, bet, fam.
Yeah, bend me over.
20 plates.
Pin me back.
Yeah, exactly. I'll be on the cuck bench. I'll have Luke's gun in my mouth. Someone's gun will be in my mouth. But yeah, so he hammers us. The plates are coming. It's insane. He only made us pay for the wine. The sommelier's badass. We paid like $200. We had 3 bottles of wine. All the food was free. I just can't. This is as much as I want my celebrity to be. Is chefs to just hammer me.
Yeah,
hammer you.
It's a cool. Yeah, that's a nice achievement. One of the only like getting known. Getting big, not famous, but known comes with some weird stuff, or like it can be exhausting.
And I don't experience any of that. I'm grateful for everything I have, and all I want is just for chefs to be like, "I'm gonna hammer you."
Or above that is crazy. More than that is when it can get really like suffocating or stressful.
Sophie
but
went into,
now it's just like whoa.
My sister has this chip on her shoulder, which I can hate and I can love.
Yeah.
But I love it so much when we're sitting at a fancy restaurant and the chef comes over and the sommelier is like, what do you guys want? And we're like, surprise us. And she's like, I love you guys. Like, and there's these women sitting at the table over there and they're looking over and the plates are coming and they're like looking at the menu, being like, that wasn't on the menu. And Sophie literally looks at them and goes, it's not on the menu. We know the chef. I'm like, yes, Sophie. Weaponize your bitchiness right now. Let them hear it, Sophie. Because when we sit down and she's spazzing about the chef table thing, Emily's wearing these shoes. And one of the women at the other table looks at Emily's shoes and right away Sophie's like, they're talking shit about your shoes. And it's like, they aren't, I'm assuming they're just being like, look at those shoes, you know? So Sophie
look
right
at those
away,
giant feet.
Look at those huge feet that barely fit in those huge shoes. Look at that guy's gun. So yeah, Sophie's just looking. She has her head on a swivel, looking for trouble. You know, just looking to lash out. And she literally looks over and she says, "It's not on the menu." Yes, get him, Fee. Yeah. And then Chef Ray came to the show the next night at Wits End over there in Charleston. Great little club. Had a blast. Shout out Josh Bates and all the boys.
Wait, so you ate at Husk in Charleston?
Yeah, we ate Husk Charleston.
Did we have it in Savannah?
I don't think so because Chef Ray has cooked for us every time.
Okay, so
yeah,
we
already ate it at the Sparrow, which was at Charleston.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, he came to the show. I bought his drinks. He refused to let me buy his drinks. I had to like tell the bartender. Oh, dude, this was funny. There's that blind comic in Charleston,
all right,
who I met in Japan, and he brings all of his blind crew to one of the shows.
Oh hell yeah, you're ready for that because of all the Eileen crew.
I know the blind.
Yeah.
I'm stoked. But I walk in and I walk up to the bar in the Wits End in Charleston, and I walk up and I say, and Ray's sitting there with his wife, and I'm like, "What's up, Ray? Thank you for dinner. It was awesome. Good to see you, Ray's wife." And this woman walks up with a dog, and she's like, "Hey, am I by the bar?" And I was like, "You sure are." And she's like, "Do you guys have an IPA?" And I say, "Oh yeah, definitely." And she's like, "Something local, something hazy?" And I'm like, "We sure do." And she's like, "Yeah, I'll have one of those." So I look at Ray and I'm like, coming right up. So I run to the bartender and I'm like, "Hey Tim, there's a blind lady over here and she thinks I work at the bar. Do you have a local hazy IPA?" And he's like, "Sure do, honey." Gets me the beer. I go back, I give it to her. She's like, "Thank you." She hands me her card and I'm like, "Open or closed?" And she says, "Close it." So I just stand there for a minute in front of Ray, like smiling in front of this blind woman. And I'm like, "All right." And I give her back her card and she says, "Thank you." And I'm like, "No problem. Enjoy the show." And she's like, "I don't have to sign anything?"
You didn't think about that part?
What do you mean?
I mean, that's part of
I
what
didn't
happens.
think about it.
Because
No.
you've been an ice cream guy, ice cream truck driver, and a comic, and that's it.
Also, I just got conscripted into service by this blind woman.
You didn't have to do that.
I know, but at that point, I don't know what to do.
You didn't want to say, "Oh, I don't work here, but I'll grab the bartender." You turned it into a skit.
I guess I did.
An
Do
improv
it for
scene.
me. Yeah, I yes-anded her.
No, it
against
wasn't
her
for
will.
you. It was for her, but it's like too far. Like you were being too nice to where it's weird to be like, "Oh yeah, I'll be whatever you need."
Yeah,
because you're blind.
I guess. Yeah. I don't know. It was a wild move. And she's like, I don't have to sign. And I was like, no. And she's like, okay.
You lied to her. You deceived her.
I also bought her a beer.
That's cool.
I didn't use her card. I didn't take a picture of it with my phone and go on and buy a bunch of cited goods. Not crazy. I like take the card and I like put it down my pants in front of Ray. I credit card swipe my own ass.
Your own ass. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, you buy a bunch of cited stuff, and then her husband is like, "Why did you order a bunch of shit on Amazon?
Are you cheating on me?
Use? Yeah. Am I getting cucked right now?
Yeah. Why'd you buy the game of Risk? Yeah, we had a pack of blinds though.
Risk would be a nightmare if you were blind. You'd have no strategy.
Tapping around the board. Yeah. You're like, am I winning?
How many guys do I have in Indonesia?
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm fucked.
Yeah, Wits End is one of those things. The set dresser from Gemstones, Righteous Gemstones, lives in Charleston.
Whoa.
So she did the backdrop there.
Oh, but that's crazy.
It's crazy. It's crazy distracting. It's like that place in San Diego where it was like the Magic Time Machine situation.
What was it? Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm doing all these great riffs about all the random shit up there. The Magic 8-Ball, shaking it, you know. There's like an iron eagle. There's just a bunch of like Nazi memorabilia, it looked like. Yeah.
Whoops.
So I would like riff on it and I'd be like, blind people, I'm pointing to an object that looks like the Nazi eagle.
Image description.
Yeah. So that was fun. Good time over there.
Yeah.
Shout out Chris Arnold. Shout out to Chris Arnold. He's the man. He showed up wearing a Fat Flaneur shirt. Brought me a big bag of weed hid in a coffee grounds because he had to cross state lines with it. So, he was the man. Yeah, that was awesome. Oh, dude, the Airbnb. This was kind of weird. The Airbnb we stayed at in...
Did Sophie select it?
Yeah, of course. So it was very nice. It was her birthday. Spend all your money on me, Sammy.
A castle.
Yes. In Charleston, the guy who owns it, in the description for his ownership, he's like, I do stand-up comedy in my free time. So he sends us the login information, and I say, you know, how to get into the house. And I'm like, hey, man, I do stand-up too. And he was like, yeah, I know who you are. And I was like, oh, cool, you know. And he's like, we have some mutual friends. So we have that nice interaction. We check out on Sunday morning, and then I get a message from him saying, hey, I don't judge what anyone does in their free time, but there was a bunch of like ground up weed on the coffee table, and even more troubling, a white powder near the sink. And I was like, okay, well, we were smoking weed, but we smoked outside, but I'm sorry for that. But we were also drinking a lot of electrolyte powder and making them by the sink.
Yeah.
I was like, do you think it was electrolytes? And then he was like, I don't know. I didn't taste it, LOL. And I said, well, it's electrolytes.
Yeah.
And I have not seen the review yet. Yeah. It was peach flavor because they were fucking buy one, get one.
Georgia.
It's gross. So yeah, he thinks I'm doing blow in his Airbnb.
You don't leave blow behind.
No.
You do it.
Yeah.
You don't leave it on the sink.
Also, if I'm doing blow, it's on foil and I'm rocking it up.
Smoking it.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm trying to get high, not trying to be awake. I smoked crack, stupid. I smoked crack in your stupid house. How does that make you feel?
Good luck getting that out of the fucking towels.
Yeah, you got to burn the blinds, dipshit. They're cracked up. Hey, don't worry. It's not Coke. I was smoking crack in there.
Chill.
Yeah.
Chillax.
It's my sister's birthday. Yeah. Big weekend, though. And Philly's been great.
Fuck, I wish I could have been there. But I had to help my wife see magnetic fields. Mm-hmm. She said they're all old. They were all sitting down the whole time. Yeah. And the songs were slower. So that's funny.
Yeah.
So old that you can't play the songs as quickly as you used to.
And I had to keep telling people. They're like, where's Lund? And I'd be like, he's seeing magnetic fields.
No, I didn't go.
Yeah.
I saw some of the World Series. I judged Roast Battle.
Oh, yeah. How'd that go?
It was fun, you know. It's like, even though a lot of the idea of roasting has been around for so long, people are pretty good at messing with the formula, I guess. Mm-hmm. So then I can appreciate
subverting it.
I can appreciate that.
Postmodern roast.
Yeah. And then some, you know, a lot of straightforward look how gay he is or whatever. It's like, he's fat and or
look
gay.
how gay. Yeah.
At least I don't look gay or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, everybody had something good, you know. Some of the, like, I would never want to do, like you and I did roast battle. It was awful. Mm-hmm. I hated it. You destroyed me.
Yeah.
You wouldn't let me talk. Even when I could talk, nobody cared. It was like they decided you were the winner right away.
Yeah, I walked up and hit him with like a
Oogie Boogie.
Yeah, I Oogie Boogied him.
And then I came out in my robe with the Denver Comedy title and like sunglasses and my hair slicked back, and they were like, "Oh, he's doing a character. This sucks."
Yeah.
I like Sam. He's real.
Yeah. He's like us.
And yeah, you just steamrolled my ass, and I took it. I was sitting on wood all night.
Oh yeah, and I had wood all night, knowing that I cucked you in front of a sold out Comedy Works.
Yeah,
dude, that was where Buckley just fucking turned Jody Champion to mist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Classic Jody. Oh, I didn't know what time the show is. I'm going to be late, so I don't have to go first.
Right,
just
yeah.
full of shit.
And then Buckley just...
I can't remember where the club is. It's been here as longer than you've been alive.
It's the only place I do stand-up.
Yeah, yeah. You hung out here all the time, and you don't know how to park. Anyway.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
All that was
Buckley.
left of Jody was her rocket implants. Shout out Jody.
Jody.
But
yeah, roast battle was good. It was fun, packed down there at Wide Right, and then
and they're staying open?
No, I don't think so. They're supposed to
no.
close next month.
Damn.
But they might do an early close. We'll see. But man, another place, you know, like another Denver comedy headquarters going away. So now, and with the underground. Ben Bryant trying to figure out a new spot for the Denver Comedy Underground. Denver Comedy kind of in flux. I mean, obviously you still have the Comedy Works, you have the club.
Right.
But
I'll be at that club Thanksgiving weekend. Get your fucking
hell
tickets, because
yeah.
there's like 50 tickets left for each show. I get the ticket counts. There's like, I think one of the... just get your tickets, Denver, please.
It'll sell out.
Please. I want some of my fucking people there, you know? Anyway...
Everybody's going to hit you up for comps November 24th.
Yeah, I know.
You got any comps, bro?
I got your comps
You got
right
6
here, pal.
Can I get a +6?
Why don't you go sit on the bench and I'll comp your ass?
I am contractually obligated to promote my show. No, I'm kidding. Chris Durant hit me up and was like, "Can you plug the show on the pod?" Because I didn't. November 15th, Humboldt. I'll be on the big fun road trip with Megan and the dogs. And
Is Megan going to be at the show? Come meet Megan.
No,
Come meet Creech, guys.
She won't go to the show.
She doesn't want to see you headline?
We got the dogs. Maybe she'll come.
Let the dogs loose in the club. There's no rules.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Yeah.
No, but November 15th, I'm just doing the one show. I would love for it to be sold out, to be full. So yeah, the only show I'm doing on this road trip with Megan. It'll be fun. I'm excited for her. The whole thing was for her to see Redwoods. And I was like, I know just the place.
Yeah.
So hopefully I'll see Chris. Hopefully he'll be out of the hospital.
If you don't see Chris Durant the one night you're there...
I didn't see him last time I was there because
What
he
the
was
fuck?
locked up. He was in prison. What? He was locked in a castle by a wizard.
for eating everyone's goats.
He answered he answered a riddle incorrectly.
Oh, been
and
there.
Was in a castle for like 6 weeks.
He was auditioning for the role of troll. He
But
blew
yeah,
his own
no,
riddle.
you know, the Savage Henry Festival happened last month,
Dozens of people went to it.
and we just had so much fun up there. So I'm glad we're going back up there. The last time I was there, I slept upstairs in the club, had a fun night to myself.
Yeah,
I
haunted
sang
house.
songs.
Yeah. Did you do solo karaoke?
Cranked music, yeah.
Nice.
Sang songs, blasted fucking tunes.
Oh, dude.
It was a good time. Ate snacks. You know, there's Pop-Tarts and shit in there. I'm going nuts.
Just leave 100 on the counter.
Seltzers.
He went full Becker.
I didn't want to lose money on the weekend, so I left 20. I came out ahead barely. No, I had 2 very fun shows there. That was those shows last summer were the first times I headline after mostly opening for you. So it was cool to have 50 to an hour
Yeah.
instead of the 25, which can come and go kind of quick sometimes.
Not for the crowd.
No, torture.
Yeah, really lingers for them.
They think that they've missed entire like growth spurts of their kids. And
Some
stuff.
guy goes to check his watch, realizes he doesn't have one on, goes out, buys a watch, comes back, you're still up there. No, you're good.
It's a watch flown from Sweden.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm good at
You're figuring it
both
out.
shows last night. Both shows last night were very fun.
Nuts, dude.
Nice to get the big laughs on stuff.
That helium,
Good crowds.
it's like Comedy Works. It might be better designed than Comedy Works.
You know, I was thinking if you take just like a step, if you stand in the middle of the stage, a bunch of people can't see you.
I know you have to.
You
I have to
be
do the,
right up there.
to do my funny face gags like in the front of the stage.
People are on the sides, and so you have to play for like 180 degrees.
Yeah.
I played 360, which was probably overkill.
Yeah, you kept spinning slowly.
It was
like an animatronic president.
It was like I was on a rotating stage, but I wasn't.
You were on a lazy Susan.
I'm sure it was confusing, but it was a joy. So I did it for both shows. It's funny to have Tim Butterly host. Very
The man.
big, like high energy, like fun host.
So glad you and him hit it off.
Oh, dude, we had a couple of real nice chats in the green room.
I came off stage the second show, and it was like fucking Woodstock in there. Your eyes are barely open. Big cloud of weed.
He lit that, and it smoked so hard.
Yeah.
Like it was instantly like tire fire. And I'm like, fuck, dude, I know you said whatever, we can smoke in there. But I was like, not like this. This is just like, it was like we had 4 giant fucking blunts going.
You were trying to prove a point.
So, but no, I hit it like 3 times and I was so high.
You smoked a blunt too with do-rag and the deer tag.
That didn't get me high.
Yeah.
I think that might have been fake weed.
They were smoking spice.
They might have pranked me. No, I hit that a few times and I didn't really feel it. And then with Tim, it was like, holy shit, fuck. And then luckily nobody wanted to meet me after the late show. So I dicked around with Tim and a comic named Jim.
Jimmy Gillespie.
Is that right?
Yeah.
He was cool. But yeah, so high. Just lucky that I didn't have to like have anybody like ask me something that I had to think about. I would have been fucked. I would just been like, what? I don't know. I'll be right
Sam.
back.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. My wife, my dog died, and I'd have to like bail.
You say I'll be right back and just turn around and look at the wall.
Just get under the table that your prints are on.
Shout out Shane O'Connor. He did a good job.
Yeah.
Begged a guest set. Got exactly what he
slow
wanted.
played it.
Well, everyone in the
Played
club
it
kept
cool.
asking me who's doing the guest sets. And then I asked Butterly, I'm like, is this a big guest set club? And he goes, oh, yeah. So then I was like, Shane, you're on.
Yeah.
He'd put down his backpack, put on his stage backpack. So we could do his Dora Explorer act outs. He did a Trump impression and it like blew the roof off.
He had a very good guest set.
Yeah.
Applause break and crushed with the Trump impression. Yeah, God, he did a lot of work in 5 minutes.
Yeah. Good guy. Smart guy.
Buried me.
He buried you up to your ass.
I had to ask if anybody was active duty military.
Yeah.
Just to try to be likable.
Hey, any first responders in here? Where's the heroes at?
Any nurse practitioners?
Yeah.
AKA the people doing all the work.
Yeah. I've seen House. The doctor's never in the room.
Throw Emily under the bus.
Yeah. She's a good doctor.
My doctor sucks.
My doctor says I'm fine.
Look how gross
Look at
I
me.
am. I blame my doctor.
Oh, San Diego next weekend. Those tickets are flying. Dude, we are really cooking right now. Sam Tallent and Lund Co. featuring Becker. We're on fire. We're looking at like a string of sellouts, hopefully, and then we're going to walk into the very humble pie that is Springfield, Missouri. We're going to be in the Blue Room for like 12 people.
No.
I think
Come
so.
on. It's a walk-up town.
I haven't been on Kill Tony in a minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, people will come out. That place is an institution.
Dude. So, obviously, Tony Hinchcliffe swayed the election in favor of the Democrats. Way to go, Tony. Real double agent move. You know that set was at 11 a.m.
Oh, my God.
It was
What a
11 a.m.
nightmare.
Yeah, people are still bleary-eyed from the fucking Coke party the night before, and then Tony's... That joke, by the way, it's a joke that any comic would make on a podcast. It's a fine joke.
It's not fine. Well, the whole point, I think, some people I'm sure thought that it was awful because it's hateful. Most people thought that it was just hack and like
It's just if we were on a podcast and someone said, "Did you hear that there's a big garbage island floating in the Caribbean?" we would be racing to say either Haiti or Puerto Rico. We would step on each other. Yeah, sure.
No.
So anyway,
DNR.
That's what's on my lower back.
'Cause I want to die.
Yeah, don't put any tubes in here. It's right above my ass.
Not natural. If God wants me gone, if God's calling me home, I want some doctor trying to pull me from Abraham's bosom.
Yes. But I don't know about it at all, and I wake up, and my managers and my agents both have called and texted me, and I'm like, all right,
it's like
something surfaced.
Like Smile 2.
Yeah, exactly. It's CAA. And the texts are like, are you getting a lot of heat for what Tony did? And I was like, what? So I look at it. On the last Kill Tony post that I have, for some reason, I don't know why that one's been targeted, but it's literally my face, and it says Kill Tony tonight. There are 1,000 new comments, all in Spanish.
Oh, no.
Or just pig emojis, just commenting. And I'm like, what is going on? What pig emoji? I feel like that one's for me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know what's going on. And then I see that Tony did the thing, and I'm like, oh, thank God. This has nothing to do with me. But yet all these comments are on a picture of my face.
Yeah.
So fantastic.
I heard Bad Bunny wants to kick your ass.
Hey, man, I'd be honored to be beat up by Bad Bunny.
He's a good worker.
He's cool, man.
He just wrestled a few matches. Did
Really?
you know that? WWE, yeah.
Awesome.
He did a great job.
Sick.
I think he's been like a fan his whole life, but then also figured out like the training crash course before his first match was probably a couple years ago.
Johnny Crash taught him.
And
Yeah. Oh, dude. Oh, I forgot about this. Last night, we're going to bed early. We're going to bed early.
We're
gonna
good.
get a lot of
Yeah.
sleep. And then I checked at like 2:30 a.m., about 2.5 hours after we said night-night,
No.
I get a text message from Nathan Lund that says, Shinedown is Mick Foley's wife's favorite band, ha, 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 ha. What? This is why we can't have separate rooms. Because you're up here getting to the bottom of Foley's wife musical picks?
No, I was about to go to bed, and I put on Foley's pod.
Sure.
And in the beginning, he mentioned that he brought his whole family to Huntsville so he could do the podcast, and because Shinedown was in town, his wife's favorite band.
Crazy.
And it was so funny. He also said that his kids, Shinedown is in their top 3 or top 5.
Shinedown.
He didn't say anything about how he felt about the band.
Yeah.
And then in my head, it would have been hilarious if he goes, I'm more of a Chevelle guy.
Yeah. Then you would have passed away in here. They would have found you on the ground, rock hard, laying down on your belly. Just DNR.
GNR. Yeah, it was
and rear?
Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses. Nice.
The Shinedown of the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
November Rain, Trump's favorite song.
We're just going to listen to some tunes,
So
y'all.
funny. If full circle is if Trump wants to listen to Sweet Emotion by Aerosmith like my dad when he was fucking getting laid.
Full perfect circle.
Whoa.
Hey. The Patreon is good, by the way. People love it. You should sign up.
The
Why not?
Patreon has some of the best episodes.
Yep. You always say that on here, and then people say, he's right.
That's right.
Patreon.com/Chubby Behemoth.
I just want people to know, like, hey, you're missing out. And it's not like the Patreon's only the best episodes. It's just kind of evenly divided, I would say.
Right.
I say that a lot.
Dude.
God forbid, I say the same sentence twice.
Yeah, they're going to have your ass. Lund already did this bit about the Patreon. But yeah, if you could sign up for that, that'd be great. $5. Becker is on death's door. We need all the money we can funnel to him.
Me and Sharfie and Becker did a whole podcast.
Yeah.
And then at the end, when we're done recording, he's like, oh, yeah, I wanted to mention it, but I didn't get in there because you guys were, just kind of on a roll. But I passed out at the hospital. It's like, dude, what's going on?
What the fuck? Not enough
So,
Pop-Tarts or
not
too
enough
many Pop-Tarts?
electrolytes.
Oh, my God. He needs some of that peach powder that got me a 1-star review in Savannah.
But yeah, prayers up for Becker.
Yeah.
He didn't seem worried about it. He's like, yeah, it's fine.
Well, you and him both have this weird death wish, this devil-may-care
He's
attitude.
kind of a who cares guy. No.
But yeah, no, literally, I don't take any money from that pod, from the Patreon.
I take all of it.
You take it all and then you break off
I
Becker.
skim.
So please, Becker is not doing well. So please join the Patreon. There's a plaintive plea
He's going to be all right.
to keep a roof over Becker's head. Patreon.com/Chubby Behemoth. Has that been an hour?
Yeah, we're good, man.
Thank you guys. We love you. Goodbye.